I think it's important to have a healthy and strong community because it's something that we all have to interact with every single day. We're all part of our community and we're all part of the relationships that extend to a family. So I think the role of a family to a community is a nuclear unit, and it's a stabilizing force. Strong families, strong family units, whether they're in the same household or not, they help kids work towards what's going to be the most impactful for them to be successful in the future. If kids can graduate school, get a full-time job, get married, and then have kids, statistically, they are significantly more likely to be outside of poverty. They're not going to be getting into crime, and they're going to have successful careers. And if we can, in any small way, advocate and push in that direction, that's going to be positive for everybody. I think it's important that our firm is a part of that process of building healthy and strong families because we're kind of in the middle of this transition. We can either play two roles, in my opinion. We can play the role of agitator and gas burner and gaslighter and create a significantly more tension in that relationship, and there's already enough tension there. Or we can play the role of the guide, someone that facilitates, someone that meets this family where they're at and helps to guide them through the process of becoming something new. If we can be there to validate their emotions, speak truth into their life, even though sometimes they might not want to hear what that truth is, and love them where they're at, we're going to have a bigger impact than just agitating the situation. Building a client-centered law firm is all about the client. Everything we do is centered around what that client needs at that time. It means understanding from an emotional perspective what that client needs. It's not just a transactional legal problem that they need solved. They need support during this time as well. If we can support them during this process and direct them to resources that get them the help that they need in this scenario, we're doing our job. The way we promote the community in the context of being a client-centered firm is we go above and beyond in terms of how we create content and how we facilitate our process here at the firm. We go out into the community and find resources that are great parenting coaches. When our young kids are going through troubles, because they all will as they grow up, we have tools and resources that we can pull out of our tool belt to use in those circumstances. We can go into those experiences standing on the shoulders of others that have already gone through them so that we don't have to learn all of that stuff on our own again, and stumble and walk into that scenario blind. Scenarios are all going to be different, but there's going to be some similarities and there's going to be some things that we can pull, nuggets of wisdom that we can leverage so that as we work through those with our kids, we can do it in a way that's healthier and better than what happened before. The way we go about facilitating building a healthy, strong community, where that comes from for me, is my two things in my life. One is my faith and the other is personal experiences. I feel like I'm called as a Christian to live out my Christian faith in love and service. My personal life, I feel like what that looks like is I come from a broken home. I have family bush, I don't have a family tree. That's something I often say. I have 6 siblings. We all come from different sets of parents. It's not that struggle was why we do what we do, but it's what happened along the way that taught me that if you're open to hearing what people have to say that are trying to speak truth into your life, there are opportunities to directionally change the forecast of your life. One of the things that is important to me as we go through building a healthy, strong community and why it's important to me is I'm a father to 2 little girls, and that's absolutely terrifying to me because I've never been a father to 2 little girls before. And being an aggressive, highly driven man that's very direct and straightforward and not always super aware of the emotions of a scenario, I know that some of those traits are not going to be good for what a little girl needs as she's growing up. However I act as a man as they grow up, that's going to be their view of what a man is for the rest of their life, or it's going to impact their view of men for the rest of their life. And fortunately for myself, I've been able to surround myself with other people that have gone through that journey before, can speak truth into my life and tell me what it means and where I need to improve and where I need to soften, so that as I enter experiences with my daughters, I will be able to guide them and nurture them and love them in a way that they need to be loved, not in the way that I need to be loved. I oftentimes think people don't seek help or seek the experience of others because they feel as if it makes them appear as if they're weak. They stigmatize themselves in a lot of ways. And when in reality, how unintelligent are we all at most things? We know so little about so much. And just being aware of that fact allows us to be honest about experiences that we walk into. And if we can be honest about that, knowing, like for myself, I've never been a husband to a wife before, I've never been a father to 2 daughters before, I can work to identify relationships and find resources to stand on the experiences of others, because others have experienced most of what I'm going to experience before. Maybe not the exact same experience, but a very similar experience. And I can grow from that, and I can maybe not walk into the same traps, maybe not have the same negative experiences, and create a stronger, healthier family because I was able to learn from others versus trying to learn it all on my own. So the kind of content that people can expect to see on our different channels, on Facebook, on YouTube, on our blog, is they're going to discover something about the world. They're going to discover things about their life as a parent, their life as a communicator, their life as someone that's a supporter. That's a truth about what goes on in the world, and a tool that they can use in experiences that they're going through. We did a series with the Parenting Network, and what we learned there is there's a very easy to use tool to communicate emotions with children. And if a parent can communicate their emotions with a child in a way that both understand, they can have a deeper connection than they were able to have in the past when a parent didn't really understand why a child was so frustrated, or a parent wasn't able to really understand why a child was so happy. And they can connect in a way that is more meaningful because they can take a paper plate and they can draw emotions on a paper plate together, and then they can talk about a topic and identify why they're super happy about something. And they can get deeper in a relationship because they're able to communicate in a way where they both understand it. So if you want to discover something about life, about leadership, about parenting, about being a supportive husband or wife or father or mother, come to Sterling Series. Learn about these topics. Visit our YouTube page, visit our Facebook page, engage with our content. What we're aiming to do there is to help others experience and grow and discover the world as we are discovering it, so that we can all stand on each other's shoulders and grow together. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, and share. Your interaction with our content is greatly appreciated. Visit sterlinglawyers.com to learn more about our firm and meet our attorneys.